Welcome back to the Compound Podcast. This is episode 276 of the Compound Podcast presented by Parse Rum. Go to Benny's, get your Parse. Go to Benny's. Just go in there, find a Parse bottle, grab it, take a photo of it, send it to Tom at the Compound Socials, send it to the Twitters, send
Well,
it
you
to
got
the
to
Instagram.
purchase it. We want you to purchase it. We don't want you
Yeah,
to just
yeah. And then we'll take a photo of it and then take it to the register and check out.
No. You know what they got to do is they got to take the photo outside the store with the bottle. That way we
Yes.
know they've purchased it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Take it outside the store. It's late. Dakota's a little tired.
It's not that late. I'm just tired today. I don't know why, and I got to be up. Got to be up early tomorrow. I'm an early riser.
It's got an early morning.
Hey, we appreciate him grinding with us on this late night.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We always appreciate it. I'm going to turn it over to you guys and your topics, and whoever wants to go can start.
You do this. You act like this is new. Like you don't do this every week.
What do you mean?
You always just like, all right. So what do you guys got?
I mean, you guys are good.
Hey,
you guys are good.
let me start with this.
Guys.
Let me start with this. You might have to switch football teams because my team embarrassed yours on Sunday. Embarrassed. I'm sorry to the city of Chicago. I'm sorry you guys had to watch that. That was embarrassing.
Let me say two things. One, you don't like to see a 50 burger. Two, Ben Johnson, accountability guy. He's an accountability guy. He was the first one to say, we got to be better.
What I love about Ben Johnson, and I still love him, especially since we won by so much.
Lions fans are booing him, though.
Well, yeah, that's all part of it. He
but
went
our
to the
guy
Bears.
Goff,
I think if he went to a team other than the Bears, like if he went to like the Jaguars and took that job, they wouldn't have booed him, I don't think.
I mean, he stayed an extra year. He could have left after that first year. And like, I think most coordinators would have. I thought that was insane. They booed him. I was just, I'm pro booing. I'm on the record as being pro booing. But when a guy stays an extra year for you, when he could have left and taken a job, like I think you got to give. He stayed and tried to win the Super Bowl. Didn't work out.
I don't want this to go in a different direction, but I feel like Tom's pro booing in baseball and not in other sports.
It also they booed Matt Stafford. Like if they booed Matt Stafford, they're going to.
That was also bad. That was also.
Stafford,
I mean, this is the reason this franchise hasn't won anything ever. You guys don't know how to act.
I have no problem with it. No problem with it.
That's great. How many championships you got? Big old goose eggs. Anyway, let's get to a real topic. Anthony Rizzo was at the Cubs game this weekend. He retired as a Cub. Ian, you guys had a lot of interactions. Just take us through Saturday. That was a pretty special day.
He still can't throw and he still can't catch.
It was a pretty special day. I think the whole thing was done very well by the Cubs. The reception was everything you would expect and more from the Cubs fans. I think you just saw what it meant to the fan base and to what he meant to the fan base in the city. Like, I was asked a lot of questions about this in the days before, and I think the one thing that I just kept coming back to was like, as special as the 16 team was, and that 15, 16, 17 run and Riz's career and all the accolades, I think the two things that really stood out about Riz and made him special were the fact that he was the beginning of the rebuild, that he went through the toughest times of that 13 and 14, and his work off the field and just how much he gave back to the city. And I think you can really see with the fans just how much that meant to them and how much that resonated. And it was really special. It was really cool that the first thing he wanted to do was go sit in the bleachers and enjoy a game that way. It's a special weekend. I mean, got to Saturday night, had a little retirement party and got to see him and all of his friends that, you know, I'd gotten to know over the years and really took me in as a young player and as a young guy in the city. So that was cool.
Only 100? You could only give him 100 for beer? You didn't want to throw him
You know what? You know what I thought? I thought, Tony, 100's enough for you, man.
He's got plenty of money.
He had a good career.
Plenty of money.
You're rich. Like, here's a hundy.
It was a good gesture.
Don't know. You took a ball and because you do this usually at the end of the year, but you did this for Tony over the weekend where you put $100 bill and said buy everyone beer in the stands. And
well, it was the message was, here's to never having to buy a beer in Chicago because he never has to. You know, he's a legend in the city. He's the type of guy that when people see him, you know, they want to take care of him. And so I thought that would be a little funny joke. And I thought that with his reference to the cup snakes before he went out there, he held true. You know, he had a nice cup snake going. And I tossed him that ball. I did see the video post game where he was talking to me quite a bit. I didn't pick up all of those things that he said.
I was going to ask you, could you hear any of them? Did you ever hear?
No, not that many. and his whole crew was out there, and so I was getting kind of a lot from a lot of different people. But then Moises hits a homer, first career homer, backside right at him. You can't draw it up any better. I mean, that was the baseball gods,
Clanked.
and
Clanked
clanked
it.
it, clanked
That
it.
was, did you talk to him about that? You're like,
Yeah,
what are you
well, I went
doing?
out there, and maybe it was during a mound visit, and I turned around and I go, "What do we got? What do we got?" And he goes, "That's why I'm retired." Uh, and yeah, it was pretty good. But can you imagine if he would have just barehanded that thing and just been standing there like holding it up? What a moment!
That's what it was it was still funny the way it played out, but it would have been incredible if he just like frames that and holds it up in the, like, people would have gone even crazier.
Well, I don't know if the broadcast captured it, but it was kind of like it was a scramble for the ball. His buddy picked it up. He got it back. He realized that it was Moises' first career homer,
Yeah,
and
he
then he
threw it back
chucked
in,
it
right?
back,
Yeah.
but he threw it to the ball boy, and it was I can't remember who was hitting after him, but whoever was hitting after Moises, the game stopped,
I
and
think it was Dansby.
the umpires had to like call it dead, and like there was like a 20-second stoppage, and I was running out the left field the next inning, the umpire out there, and I was like, we got to kick Riz out of the stands. He's disrupting the game. Can't have it.
I don't think I noticed that. That's incredible. When's the last time you've caught a first pitch? I saw you went out to catch it, and I was like, it has to be a while since you've caught a first
Yeah,
pitch.
I honestly I can't remember the last one I caught. Definitely caught a few. I can't
Because
remember the last one I caught.
nowadays it's like starting pitchers or like bench guys, like people that aren't
Yeah,
playing
Clark.
that day, or
Honestly,
like,
Clark catches a lot of them.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
unless it's like somebody you know, or like there was one where like Jeff Garland asked, I think Porter to catch it for him. Like they're like if so, like if Eddie Vedder was like, hey, will you catch my first pitch? Like, of course.
I'm not gonna say it hurts that Jeff Garland didn't ask you when he's a friend of the pod, but we'll move on from that.
Maybe he didn't want to disrupt the routine,
That's I respect that.
But it was a cool dude. The guest list. It was like, Eddie was there, Chelios was there, Cindy Crawford was there. There was just like Demp obviously was there. It was just cool to see like all the people that showed up for him. Jay Hay being there was really amazing. Jay Hay brought his son Messi down in the clubhouse kind of for the first time, and got to be around a little bit, which was really cool. So it's just like those things, and like when you see just like former players and people coming back to celebrate, that's just it's special.
You said you got to hang out with Rizzo after the game too.
Yeah, he had a little retirement party, so like got to see him, his family, friends, a bunch of people that were there. Actually, Big Cat was around. He came in on Friday because they were doing the Fox stuff. So him, Urban Meyer, Leinert, Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram wouldn't want to tackle him. Tell you that.
All
After meeting
those
that guy.
guys came in there.
Yeah, they were hanging on Friday.
What?
So
What a crazy. I get because they all work for the Fox show, but like the Big Cat makes sense because he's actually like friends with Rizzo, but the other ones are just hilarious. Like,
yeah,
hey,
they all
there's
came on
Mark Ingram
Friday.
here.
Yeah, Big Cat was at Riz's deal, which was cool. Yeah, Mark Ingram wouldn't want to tackle him.
No.
Where was the party? If you feel like revealing,
I'm not gonna say.
Why?
Not gonna say, Tom.
Why?
I don't know.
There's no reason that needs to be a secret.
I don't know. I don't want to give too many details.
it
Good
already
times.
happened.
Because
Like
people are
can't
gonna,
crack it.
people are gonna camp out like, oh, Rizzo went here one time.
No,
He
no,
might be here
no. It's
again.
not that. It's like I don't want to like. It was a nice party.
Would have loved to get the invite.
Well, if you would have come a weekend late, last time you were in Chicago, you didn't want to see the
I
boys.
Yeah,
I felt uncomfortable enough at your wedding. I would have thrown up with like awkwardness at a Rizzo retirement party with those people. And then like Mark Ingram walks in and I line up to form
Well, he
tackle.
wasn't. He was there on Friday,
Oh, I
not
thought
on
you said they all
Saturday.
went to the retirement
No,
party.
they were all there on Friday because they
Oh,
came in before they did the Saturday show because it was at
okay.
Northwestern. They were doing the whoever
Yes.
Northwestern
Yeah.
was playing.
hmm
So yeah,
I thought you meant like Urban Meyer walk into Rizzo's retirement party. I was like, how did he get an invite for that?
yeah. Well, famous people knowing famous people.
That would be
I mean, I was
incredible.
gonna say at a certain point, right? If you're famous enough, you could probably just walk into anywhere you want. Like I don't know if Urban Meyer's quite that famous, but he's around it.
I'll
Like
tell you who
Rizzo's
is
not
Eddie
walking up.
Vedder. Eddie Vedder's that famous.
Yeah.
He
Like
can go wherever he
Rizzo's
wants.
is Rizzo walking up to Mark Ingram if he comes into his retirement party and says like, "Hey man, like who do you know here?" No,
Uh,
like no chance.
no.
That's why you were gonna be there, Dakota. You were gonna try to have to bounce Mark Ingram. They were
I
like,
would have worked security. I would have worked security at this event.
I was also gonna say, Dakota, I feel like having worked in the minors, you would be the guy that I would go to ask to catch a lot of first pitches because your
Yeah.
reliever charismatic, personable. Like that's what you're looking for when you're looking for someone to catch first pitches. You want someone that'll like talk to the people because it is like, especially if you throw it out of like a minor league game, whatever. It's like a nice little like, oh, you got to do this like fun thing.
Looks good in
Yeah.
a photo. Good looking
Yeah.
guy.
I did it. I did it a few times. In like Myrtle Beach, our bullpen's so far from it was like out in right field, so we would never do it there. It was just too far. I did it in Iowa a few times, and then I remember it got to the point where everyone else would say no, so they would just keep asking me because I would always say yes. And it got to the point where I had to be like, guys, like I really don't want to do this every single game. Like it was literally every day they'd be like, hey, like we can't get anyone else. I'm like, you need to make someone else do it. Like it's someone had like there's four other starting pitchers that are doing nothing today. Like make one of them do it,
When
please.
you're the mayor, though,
If I could go back in time, I would have done it every single time now.
when
Mayor
you're
of Des
the
Moines.
mayor.
It's my place.
Ian, just on Saturday, catching Rizzo. By the way, Rizzo, not a great first pitch, as Dakota said. Kind of a
Ugh,
little.
it's
Were you
horrible.
surprised? You were like, you had to get up there. You had to kind of
Well,
jump.
I was hoping he wouldn't bounce it. I had to be more nervous than him. I'm not kidding. I haven't been down to catcher squat and I don't know how long.
You sat
I,
down there for a while too.
yeah, I mean he was getting his flowers. I didn't know whether to be clapping, standing up. And so when I got down there, I thought about going to a knee for a second. And then also I was like, the worst thing that could happen is that I clank this thing. And so I had the jitters. And I was like, just whatever happens, catch it. Just catch it.
Like you gotta catch the
But then as
ball.
soon as he released it, I was like,
You're like, all right, well, it's not bouncing.
I got this thing.
Yeah.
What were your emotions like Saturday? 'Cause, I mean, that's one, if not your best friend you've played with throughout your entire career.
Well,
You see him.
well, probably like second or third best friend he's played with throughout his career.
I
Yeah.
But yeah, I see your point, Tom. Sorry. Yep. Go ahead.
I you
Well, wait,
know,
we're still waiting on Dakota Mecca Stay at Wrigley Field. It's coming.
It's soon enough. People are clamoring for it. I don't know.
I
You'll
was
do the Cup Snakes in the outfield too. Sorry, go ahead.
when he came back to play for the Yankees and they did the video for the first time, I was really emotional. And I think that because of that, I was a little bit less emotional on Saturday. I think like the video, like I'd seen his retirement video that he put out. I'd seen, that the video was pretty similar to what they did when he came back. And so I was just happy for him. Like I honestly thought I was going to be Waterworks. And if he was Waterworks, I would have been Waterworks. But just knowing how happy he is, knowing how like content he is in retirement, and knowing how well everything played out, like the years that he had in Chicago and the full circle moment of like him being back, seeing the appreciation, knowing he's going to be around the organization as an ambassador and going to have a presence in Chicago, like all those things. I think it was more of not only being happy, but just like some peace to like the whole thing in the career and like just look at it from like four gold gloves, a platinum glove, the silver slugger, the Roberto Clemente, the World Series. Like it's just such a complete career and like 300 plus homers, everything that he's done. Like I don't think he could ask for much more. And seeing how happy his family was and like how at home they felt, I think just really put a bow on the whole thing. And so more than like being emotional, I was just like super, super happy that this all came together and that he's kind of back where I think he belongs.
Yeah, it was more of like a celebration of his career than
Yeah.
like a big like sappy moment kind of
Yeah.
thing. You know what I mean? Like it was more just celebrating, like you said, all those accomplishments he had in his career.
Yeah. And I think like when he came back for the Yankees, I was like more like,
Like, oh, this is his first time back here.
yeah,
This is
like this is
we
super,
miss him.
this is super emotional.
Yeah, for sure.
It was just you could tell the energy was just exuding out of him in terms of like this is so much fun. And you could tell that he was having fun. I think that was the thing that came across. You also changed your walk-up song. You did the Rizzo, the one that gets everyone going. That was kind of cool too. Did you know you were going to do that? When did that thought come into your head?
Yeah, it was kind of that morning. I was like, I should definitely do that. And you know what? Kind of this is kind of a full circle thing too. One of the first times I ever heard of somebody doing that, Riz did it for Starling. Starling
Mm.
was like one of the biggest influences on him, just, early in his career, a guy that played every day, a guy that like Alfonso Soriano, obviously a big one for him. But Starling, even though they were close in age, was a pretty big influence on Riz early in his career, just a guy that went on posted and like the importance of playing every day. And like those guys did it together for all those years. And so when Starling was traded, when the first time that he came back, Riz played Starling's walkout for him. and he had told me that story, and that was one of the the things that it's kind of a pretty special moment. I think that Riz remembered, and so I wanted to do that for him. It was the really cool thing about it. Although our walkouts don't last as long as they used to, I thought about calling time, but I didn't, and I kind of had to rush into the box. But they did on the scoreboard. They were doing a split screen of me and Riz, so I could see him and I could see his reaction to it, which was really really cool.
Was he fired up about it?
Yeah, he loved it.
Yeah. You even gave him like a little hat tip,
Yeah,
which
because I
for
could see
you,
because I could see him. So like
yeah,
that was the coolest part was like because they did that on the scoreboard and they were showing him, I could see his reaction, so I could give and he was kind of pointing at me, so I could give him a little hat tip. And then I looked up at the clock and there was 10 seconds. I had to rush into the box. Maybe umpire a little bit of feel, maybe a little bit of feel, stop the clock.
it
But yeah, it was cool.
it surprised me you did that too, just because I feel like you're a big, like very locked in person when you're playing. Like you're not a big, like you know what I mean? Like you don't really joke around out there, like talk much when you're in the field or anything like that. So when you did that, I was kind of surprised just because I'm like, he's usually pretty like stoic and locked in on what he's doing and not. I mean, it's before you even get in the box, but it surprised me a little bit. But it was really cool.
Yeah, and I ended up having a gangster at bat too, and like 11 pitch walk,
Yeah, that
which
was a
was
sick
sick.
bat. I know this isn't supposed to be mean. If you would have hit like a walk-off homer though,
I
I
know,
would have been,
I
oh,
know.
it would have
I
been
was just about to ask, did you apologize to Rizzo's son for not hitting a homer? That was the one
Yeah,
thing
he was on
that
me about
really
hitting a
wanted you.
homer. Hit a homer the next day. It was like, should have stuck around. Judge has twice as many homers as me, so you need to give me twice as many days. Uh, but yeah, and like the inning before, he said something like, "You're gonna get up and you're gonna walk it off." And I was like, "Yeah."
like, yeah, it's gonna be
And
sick.
then I punched. Not
Fairbanks, he
as
was
cool.
gross. Fairbanks is
Not as
gross.
cool.
It's
Yeah,
it
that
happens.
was a tough way to end Anthony Rizzo Day. The end.
Yeah, yeah. Fairbanks was throwing. He bailed on his heater. It's actually funny that slider that he
Tom,
was.
that's crazy.
Yeah, that was mean,
Tom's laying it
Tom.
on
Tom, that was
thick.
mean.
That wasn't mean.
Hitting's hard, Tom. Uh,
I didn't mean specifically you.
No,
nah,
no,
man.
I
That was
I meant
mean.
the blowing of the lead. You didn't go and
I know,
pitch.
Tom,
I know.
the Fairbanks that slider he was throwing was a 2% pitch on the chart, 2%, and he bailed on his heater. Like the pitching coach went up for a mound visit, and after the mound visit, he didn't throw another fastball, and so it was just like a really unique pitch. Like you're looking for a fastball, and he's throwing 90-mile-an-hour cutter slider things. Um, and so it's just like yeah, it was a pretty weird one.
By the way, how you feeling today? You got hit. I it looked like a slow pitch, and then I went back and looked at it. I was like, oh, it's 88. Like that's
It
Hit him
I was
just
right,
grazed me. It
hit him
grazed
right on
me.
the rump.
Yeah,
Like a little hip check.
little thigh ball grazed
not
me.
the ideal spot.
I'm good.
But those are kind of one of those ones are it was 2-2, like you were working a good at bat, but those are ones you're like, yep, thanks. I'll take first.
Yep,
Don't mind if I
I'll
do.
take it. You're gonna throw it in the batter box. I'll take it.
Yeah. You're like, I will gladly go to first base.
Yep.
But it is funny how like I thought that if you'd asked me after watching that pitch once, I was like 77, like 79, and then I went back and looked. I was like, no, it's still 88.
Nope.
Like
Guys are throwing 88 to 95-mile-an-hour slider curveballs now. The starter today was throwing 98, 99 with a 95-mile-an-hour slider cutter.
The curb, they called it a curveball in the broadcast, but your first at bat, the curveball or slider he threw you struck out on was disgusting. Like it was just out of the zone, but I was like, that thing was
It was in the zone.
sharp. Yeah, it might. Yeah, it was like down and
It was
in,
down and in the zone, and
but
it
it
was.
was tight.
You would love the metrics. It was like -13 or -15
Ooh,
vert.
ooh. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a good pitch.
that's definitely a curveball than not a slider.
Yeah, he's got some stuff. He's thrown four, a sinker, a 92 to 95-mile-an-hour, classified as a slider, but it's more of a cutter, and then a curveball with like -12 to -15.
Which the ball Bush hit out off him is the epitome of a pitch where you're just like, I I don't know what you want me. It was two balls above the zone. It was 99. It's like
90,
okay,
99 top rail.
yeah. It's like what do you want me to do there? Those are the ones you tip your cap as a pitcher. You're like you got me, man. You knew it was coming and you beat me to the spot.
That's a good hitter with a good swing.
Yeah, That was impressive.
Cubbies did it today. That was good. That was a good game. The Pirates have been pitching it. I think that's the one. Pirates haven't had the best record. Been better since Donnie took over, but they pitch it, man.
Their staff's super young, and they're all like flame throwing prospects
They all got
that
stuff.
are really good. And you got Skeens tomorrow.
Skeens tomorrow.
You excited? Have you faced him? Obviously, you
A
have.
lot.
You guys faced him a ton last year.
How
I
how
have
we
to
do?
be. I have to. If there's another guy that he has more at bats against, I'd be surprised in this point in his career.
Do you have a homer off him? Is he in the book?
Nah,
You have a double, right?
get a double.
Yeah. Let's get him in the book tomorrow.
Get a
You love
double.
hitting in Pittsburgh.
Get some
You're
walks.
back home. Your Steelers are there. You're going to go to the Steelers game Sunday.
Some angry Steelers fans yesterday after the Wago.
Yeah, tough. But are you switching back to being a Steelers
I'm now
fan,
a
or are you
Bears guy through and
staying
through.
with Bears? Okay.
Bears, man.
Yeah. Just wanted to
Go
check.
Bears.
That's our weekly check in for who you're a fan of.
Yep. Bearcats had a great one against Northwestern State.
It's a good opponent.
Tough one. Really scheduling.
Hey, sometimes you got to get your confidence up. So it's in Pittsburgh. Was really lucky. I got to do something pretty cool with my high school this morning, which I'll touch on. But I'm going to Cincy, and I'm going to talk to the team on Saturday, so we can debrief on that next week. But going to Cincy, going to talk to the old Bearcats baseball team on Saturday, which would be great.
I need video of you like hitting some fungos for him too. All right, boys, let's go.
Here we go, fellas. Fundamentals.
We're going first, third defense. Let's go.
I was looking at the footage, and we'll talk about what you did today. They got some big guys in your high school baseball. They had like
Big
two guys
guys,
that were like
man.
6'5", 6. They were big
They
dudes.
walked in today, and I was like, "Geez, this is how they're making high school kids now? They're all taller than me."
Ian today went to his high school, or went to a workout facility near his high school after donating some money to build them a new gym. And we sent a camera crew also with Marquee. It'll be on the pregame show. By the time people will see this, it'll already be out. So it'll probably be on YouTube, be on the app. Really cool thing that you're doing, and I know you're partnering with a company to try to do this for more athletes around the country.
Yeah, I started. It's kind of started with my home gym. So Rep Fitness helped me with my home gym. Saw their stuff and was like, "Hey, this could be pretty special. Like we could do something pretty cool here." The equipment is just super versatile and sets up to do kind of facilities like this and like visiting clubhouses, stuff like that. So my high school coach, Pat McCloskey,
Is it the same guy's still
same
there?
guy. Yeah.
That's crazy.
He was actually my brother's high school coach, and then
Wow.
mine, and he's still pretty young. And you know, he changed my life, changed my brother's life. Special human. He's dedicated his life to like high school baseball, and like he was with me working out since I was 14 years old, freshman in high school. Him and I were workout partners. Was throwing and hitting and lifting in the summers every day. Didn't have to do that. Didn't get paid any more to do that. Like he was there every single day because he loved it, and just an unbelievably passionate human being. And so I really wanted to give back. I wanted to help the high school. And so when I was a sophomore in high school, we found this warehouse and we were like, all right, we finally can have a place. We were hitting the gym, like I'm sure you did. Like it's just
Oh
like
yeah.
you're in the north. Like, what are you doing in the
Mhm.
winter? You hit in
You
the
hit like
gym
the
and you hit
basketball
like
courts.
foam balls.
Yeah.
And so we found this facility. Like we took the old wrestling mats that we had laying around in the high school, rolled them out on the floor to protect the baseballs. Didn't have heat, didn't have air, and strung up like construction lights. And like it was a place for us to hit on off hours. And it was like, this is amazing. We've made it. The following year, we found another space, finally put turf in, had some cages, had like some gym equipment that was like ratty and like, but it was like like it was our place, and had that for my junior and senior year. After I left, they moved into another facility, but they still had the same gym equipment. So like they had nicer cages, but they had the same gym equipment from when I was there, like all iron plates, all like they were missing sets of dumbbells because they'd like fallen apart. Like the racks were they had 55-pound weights holding down the rack so they could squat because they were like so old and rickety. And so it was like I would love, and the flooring was like all podge. So it was like I would love to do this, and pitched it to Rep and was like, hey, do you think we could do this? And do you think we could do a program where like athletes can give back to their schools? And they loved it. And so we're starting this program called Rep Your School. This was the first one where athletes can go, they can donate to give back to their school, whether it's a football program, baseball program, whatever, whether it's the main high school, whether it's a facility like this. And so we put in over $25,000 worth of gym equipment to redo their facility. new flooring, all new equipment from Rep. And the coolest part, and Dakota, you'll appreciate this, is like the rack itself has like cable columns inside. So you
Hmm.
don't need a bunch of space. So like it's like
Nice.
a rack, and then the front two pillars of the rack have two cable columns off it. So you can do like push pull stuff.
I've seen
And
those.
so
Yeah.
like it's a great use of space, all new dumbbells, all new weights for him. So it was really cool not only to like see it come to fruition, we've been working on it for a long time, but to see my high school coach's reaction. We had the players came in, all the returners came in early this afternoon, and I got to see them see it for the first time. Got to explain kind of all the equipment to them, what this means, and I just
We had
think
some
like,
videos of you doing instructions on some of the different equipment.
yeah,
I was laughing at.
yeah, and I just think like, I think Dakota, you and I are good examples of it, but like what that teaches you in high school, just that hard work and like what you have to do to be that committed to be there every day, to put in that work, to get a chance to go play in college, to get a chance, like those lessons stay with you for life. Like it's
Yeah.
a really cool thing, and like as someone who's really benefited from it, like if I can give back and if I can give somebody else an opportunity to have, kind of the same experience or a similar experience to what I had being able to go play in college and do that, and like it's just really cool.
Yeah. And I'm not going to knock all the nice new stuff because that's awesome and it's really cool, the whole thing. Isn't there just something nice though sometimes about grinding with like some rusty old plates and you're just sweating and you're in there, you're like, this is disgusting, but I'm getting after it. Like, don't you just feel like a little bit of like little dog inside you?
Well, my brother and I talk about it all the time because when we were in high school, our field was
Oh yeah.
all dirt infield,
You're sliding and you're getting a new pair of pants the next day.
no outfield fence.
Oh,
Like we had
that's
a fence.
crazy.
We had like a
I've
we had like
played.
a green
Yeah.
monster in left, but there was a like the center field was a like little league field, and so
Yeah.
like center field, right center was like 450 feet. The right field line had to be 400 feet, and so like I think that they finally put up like a portable fence and like right center, like my junior year maybe. But like my brother was playing there, it was just like you could hit a ball onto Little League field 500 feet away and it was still in play. And when we would take ground balls in the summers, it was all dirt. Like I can't tell you how many people I saw take bad hops off their nose. Like there's blood on that field, man. And now it's all turf.
You're
So like
learning to
these
stay in front of a baseball.
Yeah, so like when we took ground balls in the winter, we would go, there's a parking lot, and we would use like foam balls, like the hard foam balls, and we would
Mhm.
take ground balls on the parking lot or old baseballs, and like you'd be dodging snow salt. Like the snow salt would be the bad
Yeah.
hops.
It
We'd shove
is
all the
it,
snow into one corner and we'd take ground balls. Now the kids just have turf.
it is
Like, where's the
crazy.
grit? Where's the grit?
Kids don't get it anymore. They didn't have to deal with what we had to deal with. Like we would never get any bad hops, but we would always take grounders like on our basketball court indoors and you just get screamers hit at you in there
Oh
because
yeah.
like it's just skipping right along on a basketball court.
We we used to use these like yellow foam balls. They weren't like super hard, but and we would have our coach would call it Thunderdome. So we would be in the gym and there would be
Yeah.
like 6 stations of hitting. So there would just be yellow balls flying over everybody's head. It'd just be like you're gonna get popped in the side of the head with one of these balls, but it's all right because we're getting our work in.
It is crazy like it's way different nowadays and like I'm sure even my high school has a lot better things than it did when I was there, but it is crazy how baseball seems to get like the least amount of equipment and like necessary things to train. Obviously it needs the most with like batting cages, mounds, all that stuff. But like compared to other sports, I feel like we never like especially here in the northern half of the states, it's like you're just this is what you got. Like you got a basketball court. Okay, well you're gonna take grounders there. Like you're throwing bullpens on portable mounds that are sliding as you're striding down the mound, and you're
Oh
hoping you
yeah.
don't tear your ACL with every pitch.
Yeah,
Like it's
you're in the gym on a portable mound. We're gonna measure 60 feet with a
yeah.
ruler. It's like, yeah, there was
And you're
no.
throwing, and the funniest part is like half the time you have to maneuver that portable mound so that you're not throwing with a directly white wall behind you so your catcher can see the baseball coming in. Like
Oh yeah.
it's
It was cool being in the facility today because like our coach has done such a good job like providing a space for these kids.
mhm.
and like they had like brown tarps like hung up behind all of like where the
Oh yeah.
like on in the cages where the guys would throw just to give like a backdrop.
Yeah.
And he's made an amazing facility for them like over the years. But I have such fond memories of that. Like he gave me a key when I was in high school. We were really, really close, but like he gave me a key so I could come in and work out whenever I wanted. Like I was the only guy that was able to do that. Like he just, that's where I met Sean Casey. Like he made every effort to make it as easy as possible for me to like work hard and get better. And like
Yeah.
it was a pretty special thing.
And it can't go understated enough, like how like important that is at that age to have someone looking out for you like that. Because like he sees you putting in the work. Obviously, he wouldn't do that if you were someone that was just like not focused and really trying to get after it. But like him doing that for you, like you said, obviously helped pave the path for you to go to Cincinnati and then go to the big leagues, obviously. So
Yeah, like I know that I wouldn't be here if I didn't have like that type of influence,
yeah.
which is just, couldn't be more appreciative.
Did he go to the game today or is he
Yep.
going to go to any of the games?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Game today, at the game tomorrow, be at the game the next day. He always gets the night games are definitely a huge help, but he always gets like they have like the Legends seats in New York, so like in PNC they have like the nice seats right behind home plate.
Hmm.
He's in them.
He always gets those.
He always gets those. He sit right behind the on deck circle, and like he doesn't. The only time he doesn't come to the game, which is hilarious, is like in the spring when they have like a practice or a game, and he'll be like, "Dude,
Oh,
I can't make it because we got a big game, but I'll be watching." Because like he
I
just
love that though.
yeah,
That's what you want. You
you gotta
want
try.
him committed.
Yeah, it's just he's committed, man. He loves it.
You, th- you think those seats at PNC cost the same as the ones at Yankee Stadium, Tom?
Nope.
Probably slightly different price point, but I'll tell you,
Yeah,
probably still more than you and I could afford. I don't think
correct.
either of us could sit
Very
in those.
correct. But I just thought it was funny because I'm like, well, Yankee Stadium, those are probably a couple $1,000
Well, I don't even
tickets.
know. I don't even know if those seats come with any perks.
It's just like,
I'm
hey,
not gonna lie to you. I don't think there's like a food station in PNC underneath.
there might not be. You're gonna have to ask them.
PNC though, I've never been. That's like the one park I've been dying to go to. I mean, everyone says that's like the
Gotta
nicest.
go. It's a
It's no
beauty,
big
man.
deal. I've been on the field there. It's no big deal. It's no big deal.
You like it to
Whatever.
go to? You a fan?
Whatever. I think it is one of. I thought I got to go to there and Bush, which were two really cool stadiums to see. I think like backdrop wise, at least watching it on TV today, I was going to say this was like with the buildings in the background, it might be one of the coolest, might be the coolest like backdrop stadiums there is. Obviously, you can't see a ton of that from on the field. You can still see it a decent amount, but like on TV, like it's one of the coolest views when you're looking out at center field.
I think it's a top five ballpark in the big leagues, and I think just like as far as beauty, because like some of the other parks, that it's because of the atmosphere,
Hmm.
you know, like history atmosphere is what gets the other ones up there.
I mean,
Like
it's
just as
like
far as like pure ball yard and like aesthetically pleasing, right at the top, man.
I mean, I'll say it. Wrigley's only up there because of its history.
Yeah, like Wrigley has
Love Wrigley,
like
but
Wrigley has so
it's
much character. Like Wrigley has a
yes,
brick wall. It has ivy. It has like the bleachers and the history of the field that like makes and 40,000 people every night. Like that's what makes it so special. Like
for
Fenway
sure.
has the Green Monster and the history of the ballpark. Like Yankee Stadium is Yankee Stadium. And then Petco now, like Petco, obviously a really cool yard, but like it has this like electric atmosphere now.
Hmm.
Like that's what got those other parks up there. Like PNC is just like
Yeah,
beautiful.
like yeah, I couldn't agree more. PNC
Wrigley
is
and
more just like what's the word I'm looking for? What are the names of people that build stuff? Um,
architects.
Architects?
yeah, like architecturally, very well done.
Well said.
Thank you. I got there. I landed the plane.
Wrigley
Took
and
me a
Fenway
minute.
are also really cool because they feel like they're part of the neighborhoods that they're around. You know,
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
feel like they're part of the city.
yeah.
You know, one of my favorite parts about playing at PNC is
Let's tell me about it.
where are my Bruce bolts? BruceBolt.us. Go to BruceBolt.us to get all of your baseball needs. Batting gloves. What do you need? A wrist guard? You need an elbow
Arm
guard?
sleeves.
You need a shin guard in your arm sleeve?
Golf.
BruceBolt.us.
When you're off the field, golf gloves.
And when you're off the field, if you need a new golf club, you want to try something out, guess what? They got white, they got baby blue, they got pink, They got a couple signature series. Go check them out. BruceBolt.us, golf clubs, baseball gloves, signature series. Use code HAP at checkout. Tom.
Also cool today, you guys were at PNC because of Roberto Clemente Day.
Yes,
That
Roberto
was
Clemente
pretty
Day.
fitting for you guys to be in Pittsburgh on this day.
Yeah, big
That's
day. Roberto Clemente Day is such a cool day. Tom or Dakota?
I
Something?
was just gonna say it's not a day where everyone wears 21, right? I
No, no,
saw
no.
that some people who was it? I saw a couple guys like chose to wear it on different teams too, not just the Pirates. I forget who exactly, but I saw like a tweet about it.
Willie Castro is wearing it for the Cubs.
Was
So
he?
the breakdown is the whole Buccos team wears 21.
Hmm.
And then if you have won the Roberto Clemente Award, you get to wear 21.
Okay.
So like Justin Turner, Roberto Clemente Award winner, he gets to wear 21. And then if you're Puerto Rican born, you can also wear 21. So like Willie Castro, Puerto Rican, 21.
Javi Baez.
21. So
Francisco
that
Lindor.
21. So that's how they do it. Really cool day. I mean, just to have, Roberto's family was around, and just the connection to the city. Like, yeah, I walk across that bridge before every game. Walk right by a statue before every game on my way to the park. Like, it's a special thing. What he meant
Maybe
to,
one of the most special careers ever. I mean, a
yeah,
humanitarian, 18 years in Pittsburgh, obviously passes away doing a humanitarian mission, trying to go to Nicaragua. Was someone that really cared about like the community and the places that he was. And the fact that like he finishes his career with 3,000 hits exactly, pretty incredible. And he had a very interesting career, signs with the Dodgers, ends up through a weird series of events, basically gets Rule 5 by the Pirates and struggles really for his first 4 to 5 years of the bigs, doesn't really have the numbers that you'd expect him to end up with. And then in 1960 basically turns it on, and it's a shame we didn't get to see it because in his last year he still had 8 WAR. He had over 8 WAR at his age 38 season when he got his 3,000th hit. So he was a guy that was still at age 38 was one of the best players in the bigs and brought 2 World Series to that city. Like just a true icon of the game, and I'm glad that he's getting a day and some recognition because he definitely deserves it.
it'll be interesting to see if they retire 21 at some point.
I think they probably will. It feels like the impact that he had on the game is pretty significant.
Yeah, but
Wouldn't
it's just cool that they honor
yeah.
like every team has a Roberto Clemente Award nominee, and the fact that Major League Baseball is honoring guys that are impacting their communities off the field, I think is a really special thing. And the guys that I've played with that have won the award, Riz, JT, I don't want to forget anybody,
Jay Hay?
but I don't think Jay has definitely been a nominee, but I don't know that he's ever won it.
Hmm.
Though I can just say from the guys that I've been around who have won the award, they are. I think it's one of the most special things you can do as a player. Like I just think it mean is those two guys. It's meant so much to them.
You hear it the same in like the NFL whenever you win like the Walter Payton Man of the Year award. Like guys have said they're like, this means more to me than winning like the MVP.
Yeah,
Because it just shows like what you're doing off the field and the impact you're giving on to others. Like that goes way further than hitting a home run in a game or anything like that. So it's definitely a huge honor. And they announced all the nominees today. And then when do they
hmm
like announce the winner? End of the season?
I think they do it right around the World Series. So I think that guy actually goes to the World Series to get the Rookman Award.
Nice.
Kyle Tucker is the Cubs nominee this year.
Correct.
One other guy I want to talk about, Nico Horner, just red hot as of late.
6+ WAR. Ever heard of it?
Well, that was one
Most
of my
valuable
stats I
second
had.
baseman. Ever heard of it?
He's one of right now 3 guys in the National League with 6 BWAR. Perdomo and Otani are the others. That's pretty good.
Very
He's
good.
what did you say?
He said, very good.
Okay.
He is
I wasn't
excited
expecting
today.
that. Hitting 362 with runners in scoring position this year. Just, I mean, insane. And right now he's at 299 in the season. Trey Turner, we don't know if he's going to play again. The Rob Thompson said they hope that maybe can get him a game or two before the Phillies make the playoffs, but they're not guaranteeing that. He's at 305 right now. He's Nico's right in the running for the National League hitting title here. If he stays hot for another week or two, and Turner doesn't play or only plays once or twice and doesn't do that well, it's there for the taking.
That would be
305's
so
the
cool.
305's the top in the NL.
Yeah,
What's
Hitting's
happened to
hard.
baseball? What's
Hitting's
happened to
hard.
baseball, man?
Yeah, these guys, they don't know how to go the other way. They don't know how to take their single.
Nico knows how to go the other way. That's why he's up there.
He knows how to do a lot. Man,
Yeah.
I'll just say, like, good baseball player. Good baseball player. He's doing it. It's just fun to watch. The impact defensively. If he doesn't win the Gold Glove, I'll throw up. The base running, the bat. It's just like that guy impacts the game every day. You know I love him. You know he's a friend of the pod. You know he's a former host. You know he's one of my best friends. But bless it, is it fun to watch?
I was gonna say you said friend of the pod. I was like, well, he started the pod with us.
It's just, man, it's awesome. And like I'm very glad that I think more people are seeing it, but I'm just very glad that like the game is valued. Like he has one of the top wars in the National League and the game's valuing it because guess what? Really good player, and he's going to do it with less than 10 homers. Like he's just, man, he impacts the game.
I've wanted him in the 1 or 2 hole all year too, so I'm very happy to see him up at the top of the lineup because he's such a
Yeah.
great 2 hole hitter. He never strikes out. He gets
Dude,
bat on the ball all the time.
I looked it up. He's played 100 and I don't know, 45 games. He has like 43 strikeouts. It's disgusting.
That's so impressive.
It's
That's so hard to
disgusting.
do.
He's the
Yeah.
guy, I've said this a couple of times, but he's the guy that I've been most impressed getting to watch every single day, where I thought I had an understanding of what his game was. Then when you watch him, you're like, I don't even really care what the stats say. Like, I don't know, his WAR isn't always obviously going to be 6 every year. You just want a guy like that in your team that you're like, he's going to go up, he's going to play great defense at second, he's going to not strike out, he's going to hit with runners in scoring position. Like, that's if every team had a guy like Nico Warner, every team becomes better.
100%.
It is good to see him getting more recognition now, like Ian said. It's just funny that because he's not hitting a ton of homers, that he doesn't get some of the love that like a lot of other guys do. And that's the way baseball is nowadays of like
I'm looking at I'm just taking a gander at his baseball reference in the last 4 years. Sneaky Neek. 4.2 WAR in 22, 5.5, 3.7, 6.0. Played 150 games last year or 2 years ago. Played 151. You know, early in his career, he had a little bit of injury stuff. A little bit of injury stuff early in his career. And then 23, 150 games, 24, 151 games. And this year, he's played 143 on pace to play somewhere between 157, 8. Like, and I know how much pride he takes in that. Like, I know how much that means to him. Takes amazing care of his body, is one of the first people at the field, one of the last people at the field. He's in the weight room, he's in the training room. Like, he is on top of everything, and he's had to work really, really hard to be out there through some early career injury stuff. And, like, it's so important for him to do that. And I'm proud of him as a friend. And man, it's fun to see.
well, what's funny is the thing with Nico early on when he had like the injuries, I remember me and Zach would always talk about it. We're like, you never want to say this to someone, but like he needs to play like 2% less hard. Like he would almost play too hard and he'd hit ground balls, like routine ground balls, and he'd go full sprint to first. And it's like that is very good. Like everyone, younger kids should do that. But it's like, hey, like if you know you're out, man, like you can pull up and go like 75%. Like because it was just stuff like little stuff like that where it's like, dude, like give your body a break when you can give your body a break, kind of thing.
It's also one of the best examples of like when you come up at 22 years old
Yeah.
and you're trying to make an impact and one of your biggest factors is speed and then like learning to control that. I mean, he's also, you know, he needs a couple more bags, but he's pretty close to going 3 years in a row with 30 plus. Like he's learned how to control, you know, how fast his 90% is, just like all those
Yeah.
little things that just, it's been just, he's the first guy in my career that like I've been able to watch the whole thing and like be a part of the whole thing. You know, a lot
Hmm.
of the guys that I came up with were fantastic players, Javi and Addison and Schwarb and Riz and KB, like they
Dakota
were
and Zach and
and
keep
Zach
going.
and yeah, they were already like guys when I got there, and I got to watch that part of it, but they were already dudes. And like to watch Neek go through the whole thing and like watch the learning process has been honestly one of the most rewarding like parts of my career.
Yeah. I mean, he was drafted, was he 17?
18.
18. So he was 2 years after me. Yeah. And I never even played with him in the minor leagues. That's how great. Well, he
Because
got called up
he
from
went from
Double A
two
from
A
the
to the
couch.
show.
Yeah. So I never even played with him, but Nico's the man. Like everyone loves Nico. It's good to see him getting the recognition he deserves. And like you said, I always said when he would get injured too, me and Zach always talked about, I was like, I need to see a full year of Nico. Like I need to see a full season of Nico to see what we really have. Like just as like a fan watching the Cubs. And now that we've seen full seasons of Nico, it's like this guy's a pretty good player. I think he'll be all right.
It's special. And this like he just it's hard to explain it, but like when you play with him, he just does something to impact the baseball game every day.
Mm-hmm. He's super savvy. Like he
Cool.
never makes the wrong play, it feels like.
Yeah.
Like you think about that play he made against the White Sox where he lets the pop-up drop. There's always the little stuff like that where it does seem like he's always thinking about the next play and he's always one step ahead of a lot of the people in the field.
Real quick, last
Mm-hmm.
topic before we get to screen time. Last topic. Okay, so we had a play the other day. Maybe it was 2 days. Maybe it was Sunday. Nico, first and third. Nico fields a ground ball, spins, throws it to Dansby. Okay, Dansby catches it. The runner doesn't slide. Dansby, big brain, high IQ, gets rid of it and throws it to first. Like foul, charging, blocking, foul
Yep.
on the
Blocking
guy.
foul. Yep. Sure.
Really high IQ play between those two. One for Nico to say, you know what, I don't think we can get it out at home, and I'm not just going to take the out at first. I'm going to get the out at second. High IQ. And then Dansby to know the rule, whereas if you don't slide or if you slide past the base, there's no discretion on if the runner's going to be safe or not. If that play is attempted and the guy doesn't slide, automatic double play. He's out. Guy at first is out. We get out of the inning without a run. Super high IQ play between those two. Good baseball.
The plays unreal defense, and the outfield
Oof.
for the Cubs. I mean, the whole team plays great defense.
Fun to watch. Fun to be a part of.
You're
No
on
comments on
one.
that play? Nobody
You're
else?
on one tonight. I'm just
Fired up.
laughing at
Fire
your
me up.
excitement.
Nobody else
No,
comments
It
on
was
it's
a
that
a
good
play?
great play.
play.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
I saw it. My one problem with the play was it was a great play and like honestly very key for you guys to win that game. It took a run off the board for Tampa Bay that you guys ended up really needing. He was not going to be able to throw that guy at first base.
Yeah,
If
I
I
knew
was
you
Kevin
were.
Cash, I would have been out on the dug. I would have been throwing things. I'd have been like, he had no chance of ever throwing this guy out at first. Doesn't matter if the guy didn't slide. The guy was halfway to Omaha behind first base when he was trying to make the throw.
I thought I was thinking that you were going to say that's a stupid rule. There's no common sense on the rule. There's no common sense on. There's no umpire discretion, which he's going to be safe. Doesn't matter. Doesn't exist.
Fair enough. I just thought Dakota knows. In football, they have the thing where it can't be pass interference if the ball wasn't catchable. I kind of
No.
felt like that was a situation where it was like, if you can't get the guy out, I don't think he should have been out just because the guy didn't slide.
I will say, in the spirit of the rule, because it's to protect the middle infielders, it would be a little bit crazy to say, well, if there's no play at first, you can murder the guy at second.
Sure. But that was a situation where I forget who was running, but that was just somebody who didn't slide. Like he wasn't trying to hurt
No, no,
Dan.
yeah, yeah. You're
He
right.
just, I don't think he thought there was going to be a play at second, and you guys kind of caught him off guard. And then he was like,
Correct.
oh, I'm now standing.
Correct. All right. Let's get the people of Sloan Screen Time. Sloan, world's leading manufacturer of commercial plumbing systems at the forefront of the green building movement, providing smart, sustainable, and hygienic restroom solutions. If you're in the market for a flushometer, faucet, a sink system, Sloan Valve, what are your screen times?
9:37.
Wow.
It's a
It is,
full
I know
day.
it is midnight, to be
It's a
fair.
full day,
Holy
man. It's a full
smokes.
day.
Sub 10, man. It's good.
It's a sub. I literally take sub 10 as a win. That's the
I'm
sad
proud
part.
of you. 242 for me.
That's.
Tough
I
to
mean,
beat.
but that's what I would expect. It would be. You got these outings, and then you got a game. You got BP. Like you're a busy guy.
5 hours, 57 minutes.
That's a
That's a
respectable
good
day,
day.
Tom.
That's a
and
good
I'm proud
day.
of you.
Thank you.
Are you proud of me?
Sloan, world's leading manufacturer of commercial plumbing systems.
That's a no.
Go to Benny's.
You noticed earlier, by the way, when you said and Dakota and Zach, he said Zach and then didn't repeat Dakota when he
Yeah.
was
Oh
like,
no, I heard it. I heard it. It's okay.
I did.
Don't worry about it, man. Maybe one of these days you'll mention me as one of your favorite teammates. It's okay. Keep going. You can
he
close
just
this
loves
out.
Gleyber Torres.
Hey,
He's just a
go
huge
ahead. Go ahead
Gleyber
and
Torres
close
fan.
us out, and then next week we'll have Gleyber Torres as a co-host. On the show.
Go to Benny's, get your parse, send us a photo. We will see you next week.